don't ever do what I just did, because there was pressure built up in the tank and I pulled that plug under pressure. It was like a champagne cork on New Year's Eve. I think you're letting out more than you're putting in.
I'm Tammy, and this is my husband Scott. We are two artists who, when faced with mounting health challenges, decided life's way too short. So we sold our home and most of our stuff to move into a home on wheels. We are now in our second year in an even smaller RV, and along with Gracie and Jasper, we've hit the road full time in search of new landscapes, experiences, and friends. We'd love to have you join us as we navigate our way through this RV lifestyle, and until further notice, our mission is explore, create, and inspire. We're finally going. We've been delayed, as you know, because of COVID. And as long as we can get out of here, because we've had a lot of rain and we're on dirt roads and we have to go through an arroyo.
They call clouds like that gully washers.
And when we came up this time, we were plowing mud. We were 4x4ing in a fifth wheel. It was a mess. It was bad. Having fun down there?
No. Yeah, so it turns out that going four-wheeling in the mud, pulling a fifth wheel, is just not a good idea. I've spent probably 4 hours collectively spraying off the bottom and it's caked on.
We don't want to leave that way. So as long as the weather holds, we're going to leave tomorrow and head to...
We're going to New England, finally.
We were going to do the Great Lakes too, but that didn't happen, so that's going to have to be another time. But we're going to head to New England, hopefully, if all goes well. So we're going to get our chores done so that hopefully we can get out of here tomorrow and start on our next adventure for the year. Are you ready for an adventure? Are you ready? Okay, she's ready. Today is pre-departure checklist day.
Things we need to do before we go: I need to lube the hitch in the truck, check torque on U-bolts and tires this time, use the macerator pump to dump the tanks, get them nice and clean.
What about your new early birthday present?
Yep, gonna show you the new Viair 450, I can't remember exactly, it's the biggest one, tankless tire filler compressor.
Babe, we also need our hot water tank looked at.
So you want me to add the rotten egg smell in the hot water heater to the pre-departure checklist, right?
That's an affirmative.
And I'm gonna pull the plug off this thing and we're gonna kind of examine the innards, see what comes out. Well, I'm glad I wasn't scalding. Oh, thank goodness we ran all the hot water out of there. I should have relieved the pressure. Oh, here, that's what's going on is the pump's on.
Oh.
Can you go turn the pump off real quick?
Our lens, ourselves, are covered in whatever was just in the hot water tank. Good thing I got rid of most of the hot out of the hot water, or else that would have been a trip to the emergency room. So, learn from us. Don't do that.
I should have hit the relief valve here and made sure there wasn't any hot water pressure in there. I didn't do that.
So you know those RV channels where they give you helpful information and show you how to do things correctly? Yeah, we're not one of those channels. Just so you know, if you're first time watching us, we're not that.
No, that's not really true. I mean, we kind of learn by doing, but we do learn. Yeah, don't ever do what I just did. It was like a champagne cork on New Year's Eve, man. I mean, the thing came flying out and drenched me, and if it had been hot water, scalding water, I would have been having problems right now.
Bits of calcium or whatever, they're all over us and in Scott's mustache and beard.
There. We need a new anode rod. Ran to the hardware store that had some RV supplies, and I've got a Camco 9.5-inch aluminum anode rod that we're gonna throw in and replacement of the one that we're pulling out, the one that's falling apart.
But first we're going to flush the tank with peroxide and try to get rid of this bacteria rotten egg smell. I googled how to do it, so hopefully this goes better than the taking it off and the water spouting like a geyser.
We're going to go ahead and throw in 32 ounces of hydrogen peroxide. We're going to fill the tank back up to the top and let it dwell for, I don't know, a few minutes, and then we're going to drain it.
It might go faster if you take the lid off, babe. There you go.
Tammy's what we used to call back in the day a weed spotter. She's constantly looking over your shoulder trying to make sure that you're doing everything right.
And it's a darn good thing I am. Otherwise he'd be still squirting hydrogen peroxide through a little tiny hole instead of taking the lid off. This is what wives are for, babe. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run some of this through the lines too, just to be extra clean, right?
All right, so we've got a new anode rod. We put back on the old overflow valve, but I did buy another one because these things fail, and who knows, after I've unseated it and put it back in, it may fail. We flushed it. Tammy's gonna do a sniff test, and we'll see if we succeeded.
The hot water still smells like rotten eggs.
All right, this is my trusty Porter Cable 6-gallon tank compressor that I've been carrying around for 2 years now, and I just trust it. The problem with it is it's big, and it usually ends up in the back of the truck, and we all know what's going to happen. One of these times we're going to come out from Walmart or something and it's not going to be there. I don't have room for it underneath, and so Tammy bought me a Viair 450P RV.
The little carrying bag's cool. I like that.
This is supposed to fill tires up to 42 inches pretty readily, up to 160 PSI. We got a lot of expectation out of this little guy, and we'll see if it pans out. It's a pretty big difference. I think this is going to be manageable. I really hesitated on buying this one because you can't just plug it into a wall outlet. But having the 12-volt connectors, it looks like the cord is amply long. I mean, it's probably a 12-foot power cord. And then I think we have probably 30-35 feet of coiled hose here, which I loved with my other tank. So I think this is going to work.
I was thinking let's read the instructions this time.
We honestly don't need instructions. It's a compressor. It's got the quick connect fittings. It's got a coiled hose. You got this handy dandy dial pressure gauge, which I've been using the one that pops out. This is going to be nice to be able to see that thing.
Do you know how to hook it up to the batteries though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Red on positive and black on negative.
All right. Sorry if I'm a little skeptical after the hot water tank almost burning to death incident.
We've got a 12-inch reversible air chuck, which is absolutely necessary with the dually tires. So there's the air filter, and they give you, looks like 2 replacement filters. I'm ready to try this thing out. On demand and no tank. This will make things easier on me. This thing's beautifully compact. It's beautifully quiet. It's very slow. It's a high pressure, slow speed process. And just to go up 6 pounds on my front truck tire there, I had to actually hold the air in place for, what was that, about a minute, probably 6 pounds, minute and a half. I'm gonna have Tammy air up some tires today just so she knows how to do it, which includes teaching her about how to remove the TPMS sensors because they're a little bit tricky. Okay, now that we're down underneath the slide and relatively cozy, we're going to take the key that we use to lock on the TPMS sensors so people don't steal them. And it just has a reverse thread nut on there. And so I'm going to show Tammy how to take that off.
Bugs. There's skeeters out here, babe. Okay, what do I do with this? Is it on the gold thing?
To the right.
Righty-tighty, though.
Well, you're looking at it backwards.
But it's always
Same
righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Not in this instance.
So it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey on this? Righty-loosey, lefty-tighty? So it's opposite day when I do these thingy-mabobbers on the back of the thing.
And you're going to feel it kind of break.
Ow. Now take this off?
Now you're going to take that off as quickly as possible, because once it starts coming out,
I'm scared a little.
Just go fast.
Go fast?
Go fast. Perfect.
Oh, that was fine. Now what do I do?
So put it on until you hear it seal. Sometimes it helps. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I think you're letting out more than you're putting in. Here, take it off.
This isn't working, babe. I have the thing all the way to the righty-loosey, and it's letting out all the air.
Okay, try it again. Just hold
Are
it.
you sure this is the right fitting thing?
This is the one we need to use.
It's coming out right here, too.
Let me see if we can get a good seal.
I told you. So we've gone from 105 to 90. We're going in the wrong direction. And it's not just me. Scott couldn't get it to fit either. Can we hurry this up? I'm getting eaten alive.
You're going to be going, that's exactly what we need. And you're right.
Wait, say that again on camera?
But
Wait, say that. You're right apart again? What'd you just say?
stop.
Honey? I'm right? Oh, thank you.
Partially right. I'm right too. You gotta hear me out. So this little fitting, because you have access to the valves, easy access, I mean, other than having to crawl underneath the rig, you can actually get in and screw that right onto the threads. With the truck, you can't do that because you got reversed valves and you got deep valves. Ain't gonna happen. So you have to have the long reach of the 12-inch air extender.
For the sake of not torturing our viewers, can we just use the little one on this part, please?
Yep.
Save the big one for the dually.
That's what we're doing.
Thanks.
Okay, easy peasy. All you gotta do is pull the trigger.
Oh, that's so much better. We're going in the right direction now. I don't know what the big deal was. Just kidding, babe. It's hard work, but it's good I know how to do these things.
Hey, can I get you a Mai Tai?
Sure. Well, it's time to hit the road again.
They recognized us from YouTube. That's only the second time that's happened. One thing about sharing our journey with y'all is that sometimes we get to meet ya.
Get out the duct tape. Our first damage to this rig.